Hey y'all, it's
What? What is it? What is it? Dan the Cat Podcast. What up? What? You know what time it is? What's going on, Mommy?
nothing.
How's everything? Everything good?
All right, I was waiting for the what?
I know. What?
Yes.
We in the building.
Yes.
Dan the Cat Podcast in the building. Brought to you by Edmund Vision.
Yes.
Whoa. So it's been
Yes.
good. Everything been all right?
Yes.
Yes.
It's a little hectic this week, but we
Ooh,
gonna
life,
calm
like I said,
down.
life throwing damn curveballs real
Yes,
quick. It's
life is lifing.
real bad too. Not even just life, it's this damn weather.
Yes.
I definitely want to say to these people, especially on the East Coast, is there's a lot of snowstorms. There's a lot of rain.
Yeah.
I thought flu season was probably September, August, October. Right now it is January, and I'm going into the February. So please make sure y'all bundle up. There's a lot of people out here catching, COVIDs again. People catching the flu, and it's because of the moisture in the air. We having difficult snowstorms, and we're having tremendous rain here in Atlanta.
And people still coughing without covering their damn mouth.
Going back to before COVID. Now we had COVID. You didn't cover that motherfucking mouth.
Yes, and this is me personally. Go get a COVID shot. Go get your boosters. Go get your shots. I don't want to hear nobody talk about. Well, I don't know what's in it. Hell, you don't even
know what's in there when you walk in here. I mean,
half the shit that you take or ingest, you don't know what is in it. So, come on.
Going to other businesses, you see, a couple of people are wearing masks. So, so you can just tell, we're not 100% out of the COVID system. Please take care of yourself.
Yes.
Just take your vitamins and just, if you cough,
elderberry.
Yeah, your elderberry, and stuff like that. Today is like I said, we just want to, just keep it viral with our people out there.
Yes.
And we want just to make sure that y'all are having a blessed Sunday because you woke up this morning. This is the beginning of the new week. And, you made it to the last week, so you got through there. So now it's time to, buckle up and get ready for your new week. So what I want to do is say, stay strong, dream, believe, and achieve. The days are here. The days are just like air. You got to go out here and breathe the air. So just like the days are here. You're going to have to make that day on what you want it to be. Days don't work. Days don't make moves. Days are just here. So don't think, today was a bad day. It's probably because a bad day because you ain't make it a good day. We're going to have bad days. If you have that mindset, it's going to be a bad day. You make it good. You know what I'm saying? I can't go on all day with a bad day. That's just draining, miserable.
You got to change your mindset. You got to have a positivity about you. You have to have a go-get-itness, so to say. Not every day, as my daddy would say, is going to be a sunshiny day.
Facts.
But you need to learn how to dance in the rain too.
Yes.
So.
And you should know about a day on sometimes. It's funny because I stepped out yesterday. I had a do-rag on, so somebody yelled across, "Yo, snap, Jermaine, take that do-rag off. You look bummish. You look bummy." You know what I'm saying? I was like, why would you say that? So I said, I'm looking on according to the day. Yesterday it rained all day.
Yeah.
So it looked bummish and ugly. And that's how I felt outside. Now, he said, "No, you're handsome. When you come out, I said, usually when I come out, I look good. It's a sunny, bright day. So the sun is shining. So I want to shine with the sun."
Yeah.
It should just make sense. But you have to realize that a day, there's good days, there's bad days. There's rainy days, there's sunny days. There's cold days, there's hot days. But remember, the days are there. You just got to go ahead and take advantage of it and do what you need to do. Get yourself on top.
Yes.
So how's your New Year been so far? Since it's been our third week in the New Year?
Yeah. It's been okay. I can't complain. I've taken the trip.
Early on this.
I got some California love early.
Gotcha.
I'm just blessed and just blessed. That's just I'm blessed and blessed. And what I mean is I'm blessed that I'm able to do what I want to do, and I'm blessed that I'm able to do it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like a double blessing. I'm good. I feel optimistic about this year.
Me too.
We trying to do this damn thing in 2024. That was one of
we're gonna do it.
Yes, that was one of our episodes. What we brought from 2023 that was positive into this year. So we're just trying to do new things and grow and move and stop being stagnant. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So
Stop. I'm gonna say 2024. Stop using excuses.
Yes.
Just stop.
Yes.
Like if it don't make no sense, then don't give it $1. You know what I mean? Stop
In the words of DJ Quick. If it ain't about dollars, it ain't making sense. It ain't making
no sense. So if it ain't about a dollar, man, change that shit.
Yes.
Like I said, my New Year has been a blessing. I came to a situation the first day of New Year's, and that was my sign on to 2023 when I prayed for certain things.
Yes.
And I had to realize on what the situation was. It's for me to read the situation and say, you know what, I'm just gonna nip that in the bud. I know what it is. I know who I am. I know what's going on, and just continue to move forward.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying. I'm just eliminating any negativity that's even feels negativity. I don't even want to talk about it. I don't want to be about it. I'm not even on that anymore. Yeah. You know what I'm saying. And like I said, we have to realize when certain things happen into your life, that is a sign. You know what I'm saying? Yes, we all have issues. We all have problems. But your individual problems, your individual issues, you're going to have to realize why is it happening to me? And you just have to sit back and just think. You prayed for it. It's just coming in a different way that how you're receiving it.
Right.
And I had to learn that I'm learning that the hard way. But now I'm learning to accept it and just, move on.
Yeah. Well, it's like I found this saying, and I firmly believe it. You can't complain about what's on your plate when you're asked to eat.
Ooh, correct.
You know? So, yeah, it's going to take some maneuvering. Yeah, it's going to take some divvying out, some trying to sort stuff out. It's just like when you eat a meal on your plate. Correct. Sometimes you be like, ooh, I'm going for the steak first. So you do that, and then you bring this, and then you bring that. So it's like anything else. You just got to do it in moderation, and you got to figure out what you're playing and how you're going to attack it.
And
so
exactly. Yeah. And I just want to, think everybody out there who are definitely achieving their goals so far in the new year.
Yes.
I know it's hard. The number one thing in change, and when you want to change, is discipline.
Yes.
Learning the new way of where you're living. In these times, trust me, you're going to be alone. That phone's not going to ring. Nobody's paying you attention, and nobody's not calling you. You're not getting that attention that you used to. That is your time for you to get your mind right. It's not that you're failing. It's not that you're losing. Right now, you're going through a growth. Now, when you open that door and come back out, now you're going to know which way to go. Yeah. You feel what I'm saying? A lot of us feed off of negativities because that's what we used to, and that gives us energy. But some of us, I don't have time for that. You know what I mean? It's too stressful.
It's draining.
It's draining. We do certain things and say certain things. When we're in high school, we're all grown, and we have little ones and people who are paying attention to us. So if I move in a negativity way, but I'm talking positivity, then how they going to look at me as a hypocrite?
Yeah.
And I can't leave that type of image. I can't be what somebody else think I am or want me to be to them. Nah, I know who I am and know where I'm going. So it's just on the way to the top. As long as I got my support of my close friends and close people, sometimes they call in, sometimes they don't. But long as they check in to make sure, like hey, you good? Like I checked your check.
Yeah,
you good? You straight? Just ran across my mind. You good? You straight? When people do that, I do check in. You feel what I'm saying? Even though sometimes it doesn't reciprocate to my side, but that's something for me not to worry about. Just keep being on who I am. Yeah. And you'll see the light. You got
to keep living your life because you don't want to change because of somebody else. That's some sucker shit.
Sucker shit.
And I've learned that I'm going to keep being me because I can't be nobody else.
I don't know how to.
Yeah.
I'm trying to be me. I hope I'm being me. I'm still trying to find out who I am at certain times.
And that's a discussion that needs to be had. Who are we? What makes us who we are? What makes us do the things that we do? And we need to figure out how to maneuver once we do figure that out. Because sometimes it's not easy learning that you could be this, that, or the other, and you don't know how to maneuver in that realm. So, we need to figure out who we are, how we need to move, and what we need to do to achieve goals in that realm.
I've learned a little bit about myself, and I believe that I'm a messenger. I think God sent me here, to send messages. All through my life, I always achieve great achievements, whether it was sports, whether it was at a job, whether just meeting people and just talking. I always achieve. Even when I went to those places, prison, I had older folks and even white folks who was like, yo, you should be a preacher. Like, why? Because you talk with so much passion and so much elegance. And people do listen when I talk. So as I'm going through my little situation and as I'm getting older and now doing And now look at me right here. Have our own little network where
yes.
I feel like I am a messenger. When I feel like when I'm not around or I don't do the show and people call, yo, what happened? You still doing it? That means they missed the message. They want that message. So I figured a little bit on myself that I'm a messenger. And so don't shoot or kill a messenger. I'm just here to deliver the word or the actions that you might need to make you better.
Yes.
I'm not trying to change you.
Yes.
I'm not trying to make you somebody you're not. I'm just here to send a message that I see that I'm gonna say it, I'm gonna mean it, but don't take it personal. I'm talking to you, not at you.
Right.
So then I'm gonna just move on, and then you know what? You were right.
Just drop some gems.
Just drop some gems on you. Guess what? Then I'm off into the next person. So I feel like I'm the hitchhiker. You remember that movie Hitchhiker? I'm just moving from city to city.
With the little sad music at the end.
But at times I feel like I'm gonna put it in more perspective. I feel like David Banner. I'm cool going from city to city, but sometimes when you stop, somebody gonna piss me off and try to turn me green.
Oh, so you're the Hulk.
Yeah, that's David Banner. That David Banner. Please don't.
So you're the Hulk.
You don't want to see me when you're pissed off. I think that's why Snap came from. But let Jermaine be the messenger, but don't piss me off. Don't make me turn green. You don't like me when I get angry. So I feel more like David Banner, the Hulk David Banner, not the MC.
Yes. So when we're talking about maneuvering and learning and doing, what have you seen this week in the news that has touched you?
What touched me is everybody knows I'm a sports fanatic. And I love it. I'm still in football because we have 4 teams left. But I was watch Sports Center, and it cheesed me on. There's a lot of guys out here who's hitting 70 points, 60 points. It was nothing. Back in the days we just had Michael Jordan do it consistently. Everybody else was all right, good 30. But you got multiple guys who hitting. Luka 73. But Luka's he's a problem. He's a problem. And even Joel Embiid hit 70. So this my Booker hit 62 twice.
Well, let's discuss that though. Yeah. So what does that mean for the NBA? Because when we were growing up, we saw numbers, but we didn't see nobody just hooping like that with 70, 80 points. The last time we really heard something like that was when Kobe had that.
Yes, like I said, it was Kobe or it was Michael Jordan. It just be like one person who hit that.
Right.
But now you're hitting multiple, people like, ooh, okay. I think it's great for the NBA to me, but like I say, it also gives us, because we're seeing a lot of people from internationally now coming to the league. You know what I'm saying? And we should have been did that. I mean, this is what life's about. We was too many focused on America and just the USA. But when we get together, we compete against each other, but it's not more. We're fighting out here in the world, but when it comes to sports, we're competing against each other.
I like that, but I'm an 80s baby. Yeah. So I'm for the Charles Barkley, the Oakleys, the hard defense.
Every team had a superstar, but not 5 teams got 4, 5, 6 superstars. I mean, to me, that's just too much. You feel It's like an all-star team.
Yeah.
I want to see the man that, let me see him work this team and work, his championship. I have nothing on the way, LeBron, the way LeBron does his stuff. He worked his championships the best way he need to. And I don't never compare, but everybody always want to compare, and that's our problem. He's not no Michael. The closest thing to me to Mike that says a GOAT is in Kobe. You feel what I'm saying? I think more LeBron's more a stronger Magic Johnson. You feel what I'm saying? I put him in that category. But when it comes to, these GOATs who the greatest in the era, it's just everybody was good at what they were. To me, the GOAT to me is Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. And the reason why I say Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is because when you do accolades when it comes to sports, you're looking at the best NBA player or the best basketball player. How can you beat Kareem Abdul-Jabbar when he has MVPs and championships in summer league, high school, college, and NBA? And you led the league in scoring with just 1 3-pointer. Like we talked about, Michael Jordan had so many 60-point games, 50-point games, all this point, but he never caught Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's scoring now. Now LeBron took over that, and he ain't like he's doing it at a young age. LeBron's still averaging 20 points, still like he got 5 more years. So it's like they're crashing these records, but to me, Kareem's the GOAT. But they don't match it because he won NBA championships in accolades on every level that he played on.
Right. I don't think we can necessarily say anybody is a GOAT
I can say a
like
GOAT.
that, because every decade had its own person. So we
like
can't
hip-hop.
Yeah, we can't compare those. It's like apples to oranges. They're all fruit, you know what I'm saying? But you can't compare them. So I can never say, "Oh, he's the absolute great." You know, or this person. Everybody had their talents, and everybody
has their flaw and their strength. To me, Michael Jordan was the best at compete
and getting his team
the desire to win. Definitely the GOAT at that. Whether he's sick, whatever you hit 10 points on him and talk shit to him, he gonna come back and crash you. Now the determination, yes. Oh man, the GOAT at that. Yes. Love that. And the way he brought the flair and the swag, when he's in the air, what I'm saying? He brought swag, because back then them guys were just, they was playing Tecmo Bowl and stuff like that. But as Mike brought that swag and that flair when it came in there, and everybody started, walking. I ain't gonna lie, when I was there, I wanted to look like, but everybody said I looked like Rod Strickland. So I was a emesis of Rod Strickland. But when I was on a basketball court, I remember when Mike used to, chew his gum and try to, walk like that. And I'd be fouling, in a high school game, and I looked and I want to walk like him, so I walk like him. Used to sit at the free throw line and just, I did certain things like Mike did. We all did, because it was just a swag. And you want to bring that swag into the game.
Yo, my jersey number when I played soccer was 23.
Was? Oh, yeah. Because of Mike?
Because of Mike.
See, I wore, my favorite number was 21. Yeah. And I love Gerald Wilkins. And I grew up, like I said, I grew up a Knicks fan. So Gerald Wilkins, see Rod Strickland and stuff like that. So, of course, it wasn't 20 with Mike. I never wore 23 and nothing. Yeah. But it was just 21. But I also wore 21. I think if everybody is familiar with Thirst and Snap, I wore 21 is because my dad died April 21st, 1976. But I was born January 21st, 1976. And he was 21 when he died. So, like, 21 always been just like my number, just to represent my dad, just to show look what he,
you paid homage.
I paid homage to him. Yeah. So I just wish he was here. And I try to get my son to do it, but it's like every, everywhere he went, somebody had 21 because he went, Dad, I want 21. See if you can get it. So I was like, pick your own number. You feel what I'm saying?
You got to start your own.
You got to start your own legacy.
Yeah. So let's talk about this football situation. We're down to 4 teams.
Down to 4 teams.
Well, by the time you watch this, we'll be down to 2 teams, and it'll be the Super Bowl. But who you got in the Super Bowl?
What I would love to see is Detroit. To my family, my father's side of the family up in Detroit, 9 mile, 6 mile, 7 mile, west side, east side, Detroit.
Look, wait a minute now. You got family in Detroit too. Wait a minute. We may be some cousins.
Might be. We got to go down the family tree. To my family off of Mark Twain. That's so, you know what I'm saying? So yes, my family up there. I would love to see Detroit. Because just Michigan did it. I just like to see Detroit because from basketball and all that stuff, and just you love to see a city have its moments. You feel what I'm saying? And I love to see Baltimore. I like Odell Beckham. I also like Lamar Jackson as a black quarterback. Okay. Love to see that. But it was just that's why. But I think it's gonna be the 49ers.
The Chiefs, the Ravens, Ravens. Now I'm gonna tell you, Patrick Mahomes is a bad boy. Now he's got that.
Patrick Mahomes, to me, being a athlete and loving the game. Patrick Mahomes now is like I'm not saying this as a comparison, but he's like a Tim Duncan or he's like a Brady. When their team is in it and they consistently when you know how to win championships, can't count them out. You know what I'm saying? Like he's in there and he's been in these moments.
Those playoff experiences.
You feel what I'm saying? So it's more like, see, when LeBron's out, everybody's, but I'm not going to count a champion out when he's still coming playoffs. You feel what I'm saying? Giants did it. When we won before then, into 2011, we went as a on wild card because Eli, if he took the squad. So you cannot take a veteran, and only veteran in there is Patrick Mahomes. So right now, that's why I said I can't sleep on him. It's because he's been in these moments and he's strived for these moments. So him and Lamar, they're going to do their thing. So I want to say Baltimore, but I just think Kansas City just might pull off because of what it is. Now, on the vice end, it's the same thing on the 49ers. It's a little bit more experience there, and that's that might kill him.
Yeah.
Who you pulling for?
I don't have a dog in the fight, but I will say this. I want a good Super Bowl.
I want a good Super Bowl.
I want a good Super
I
Bowl.
want a good one.
But I think the last 4 teams would make
anyone. Like I said, it don't matter who goes.
Yeah.
I think it'll be good.
But
I don't think nobody's going to get blown out, but I think they're going to get beat.
I think it's going to be the 49ers, and I also think it's going to be Kansas City, though.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be. I think it's going to be those two.
That's good for Vegas, of course.
Yeah.
So it's not about us, but then it's about,
Yeah. Well, I will say this too. Brock Purdy can be iffy.
Of course.
He can be iffy. So that's the thing that is the Achilles heel when it comes to the 49ers. Of course they got McCaffrey. They have all those weapons. Debo, they
Debo's
have
back. He's
off
the active list.
Yeah, they have all these weapons. So you can never count the 49ers out. But if their quarterback is off, it's going to be hard. But I will say this also. If Lamar gets thrown off early, it's hard for him to come back.
But then he'll start going to his...
It's going to take him about a quarter and a half.
And Mahomes and I'm going to have you doubting yourself.
They'll be up 3 quick.
You don't want to be in a position doubting your plays against Mahomes because he'll eat you up.
Yeah.
And that's one thing about sports. You high, but when you start doubting yourself they make you start doing stuff. You're like, where'd that come from?
Yeah.
Where the hell that?
Yes.
So it does that. Especially in the Chiefs also, it's not even just their player. They have a veteran coach.
Yes.
When you have a great team and you also have a great coach.
That's been there for years.
Emphasis. You feel what I'm saying? That's been the 2 emphasis. That's what made the coach for Miami Heat. Michael Stroh is a great coach. Spoelstra. He's a great coach.
Mm-hmm.
Now imagine if you have a great team. Oh man, which he had when he had Dwayne Wade. So he's more experienced. That's why he's been to the finals 2 years of the last 3-4 years. You didn't think of Miami Heat that, but it's because they're great coaching. They respect that.
But speaking of Spoelstra, let's dive into that deal that he got a little bit and how they reconstructed it after his divorce went through.
Oh, of course. Miami look out for their players.
And their coaches,
evidently. Miami, like I said, look what they did for Haslam.
Mm.
Haslam.
He was there forever.
He was there
20 years, I think.
The thing, he was there last year when they went to the final. But did you see him play? But I think, and he got upset is because I think Paul Pierce or somebody said that they gave it to you because you ain't earned you earned. They gave it to you for your loyalty, not because you earned it. Which can't get upset. Which is true. You feel what I'm saying? Like how many 40-point games you had? How many 30-point games you had? I think as the corporate gave you that is because you was a great protector, you was loyal, and I'm pretty sure you do great things behind the scenes for the city and all that stuff. Mm-hmm. But as an NBA player, you're looking at greats. You feel what I'm saying? Like, what highlight you gonna show? I want to see his highlight film, his highlight reel. That's all. Yeah. Well, that's not disrespect because you look at everybody else's reels, you can be like, oh my God, yes, I see it. But,
and I had to do that for Kareem. Because we was just so used to seeing the sky hook, and my hubby and I was watching something, and he was posting up and shooting.
Yes,
we was like,
so you didn't see that. You
just all we knew was this, but we didn't realize that was the era when we came in because he was getting older. He wasn't trying to bump up against nobody.
He was showing you, hey, you have to. That's what I like. That's why I love Kareem and say he's the GOAT. He come in there at first, boom, but he was like, I can't do this forever.
Yeah.
I got to find me. He made you go into the gym, and as you get older, you got to get a go-to move. Mm-hmm. Michael had a go-to move. Kobe got a go-to move. Patrick Ewing got to go. Everybody has a go-to move, and that's something you can't stop.
Yes.
So I think Kareem created that.
Yes.
You feel what I'm saying? That, you know what? They can't block the sky hook. Can't get
that tall ass.
That's tall. You're already 8 feet 2.
Okay.
But it was funny. But I love the dynamics of a player who works as in life that gets better. Mm. This is why I say I love athletes as the Kobe's. You just ain't coming to the league, get that check, and just remain the same. Mm-hmm. You got better as you went, and we've seen it and we grow. And not just in your game, but in the facts of life. Mm-hmm. You feel what I'm saying? Like, and those are things of that's what I'm passionate about, is about people who continue to grow at a certain age, at a certain level in life. You know, you're just not stagnant to where you at. You still want to not be out here to be the best, but at least you're out here to be deserving and share. You know what I'm saying? Like, just don't give up on your dreams. A lot of people stop because y'all give up on your dreams. You don't believe in yourself.
Well, for me personally, I think I do want to be the best. I want to be the best every day. So I think my intention of waking up every day is be better than what I was yesterday and make the world a better place than it was yesterday. So for me, I always want to be the best. You know,
I want to be the best at what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I'm gonna challenge you. Like,
yeah,
if you're gonna race out to this car, I wanna.
I can't do that.
I don't know,
Okay.
You know,
I got bad knees, and I'm dead.
I need a week of some target ball. I'll get back to you some stretches.
No, look.
I'm just a competitor. We can play spades. I just want to be everywhere I go, I just want my name to be just, I remember him. Yeah. You know, when I'm going, it's just, man, he was great at this. He was good at that. Yeah. But, you know, I hope if I'm going, I'm in a go talk about something.
Well, that's a great question. So what is the one word, and I'm going to say one word, that when you're no longer here, you want to be synonymous with?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
I'm going to say, wow. I mean, you really hit me on the question. If I'm gone, and the one word that I want to solidify me is, and I hate to say it, loyal.
Loyal. Yeah.
Loyal. My checkmate in life, which I had to think about, I love before I trust. And that's been getting me in trouble lately. But, you know, as we get older, we tend to lose friendships, relationships, and things like that. It's because, you know, we're getting older now. So now it's like some of these are going to fall off anyway. But I've learned, if I say I love you and I rocks with you like that, I'm giving you my love. And sometimes that's a weakness for some people. Instead of me trusting you, which, you know what I'm saying? I don't really trust you because I see the potential in you. And it's just, I'm trying to get you on my level, but sometimes, as I said, that's that love where I'm loving you, feeling you, hoping that you will change, but you don't.
But that, you know, that could be that childhood upbringing of wanting to change something, wanting to prove something. You know, and I just watched a thing on Instagram, but I knew it anyway. Especially if you grow up with a narcissistic parent. That wanting to achieve and be an overachiever and hoping that your you know, light will shine, so that, you know, we talk about, you know, wanting to be great, wanting to do great things, but our childhood has so much to do with what we are doing now. And I think, you know, being an overachiever does come from, you know, hey mom, look, I got all A's, or, you know, your parents telling you, well, you need this and you need that. So we kind of carry some of that into our, a lot of it. And, you know, we need to learn to accept that, you know, sometimes we are good where we are, and it's okay. Now, we don't want to stay there because that means being stagnant. You know, nothing stagnant is good. But being on a level one time and being there for a second is okay. You don't have to constantly keep going and keep going. And, you know, before we started the podcast, we was talking about our weeks and everything. And it just dawned on me, I'm trying to do too much.
Yeah, we all do that. To this age, I'm still doing too much.
Yeah.
For what?
Yeah, you know, and trying to, you know, do this, do that. And for me, it's hard because I have a lot of people that depend on me. Just like you know, you have a lot of people that depend on you, and that pressure and that weight is hard sometimes, you know, and that is why self-care is important, self-love, self-worth, and goals are important.
Goals are very important.
But you have to make yourself accountable, and if you cannot make yourself accountable, you need to have an accountability partner.
Yes. Sometimes you might just need, like you said, a pot, put words in there and see, is it something that you worked on this week? To see, it makes yourself better. Me, I just know I grew up around everybody else. You know, as we're young, no matter how old we are, we're thinking as parents that our parents are old older than what they are. But my mom had me when she was 19, 20, so she was young.
Mm-hmm.
So I've learned from my dad died 2 months after I was born. So my cousins, I was raised around my cousins, my uncles, outside. I wasn't raised at home because mom worked 4 to 12. By the time she come home, I'm asleep. By the time I get up in the morning, I'm going to school. By the time I get out of school, I only see her for like an hour. Then I'm off with my cousins learning, so
off the porch.
And learning off what my cousins do, learning what my uncles do, and how he's treating his son and my cousin. And this is why, I got deep with my children. So I'm there. You're learning from me, whether I'm at work or not. You're not learning from outside because you're my blood. You might be learning from your uncles and your aunts and your cousins, but that's thin blood. It's the deep blood. This is what you're going to be acting like. So, and like you said, it's more, as you said, proving, not even to myself, but proving to my kids and proving to other people out there that it can be done. It's hard.
It's hard as
those are what choices and decisions are, but those are only your choices and your decisions that you're willing to make. You're going to have to do it. You can't count on, this is what my mama did, this is what my cousin did, this is what no, that's not their journey. This is your journey. And I've learned that uncoachable kids become unemployment adults. Unemployable adults. Let your kids get used to someone being tough on them. It's life. Get over it.
Yeah, that's accountability.
If you got a kid who's out here who just being, he's not coachable, he's going to be the one out here going to jail and just trying to save him. Oh, it's not him. It's because no, stop. No. If your kid is coachable and he'll listen to other people, then that's already a sign for you even predicting how he's going to be. He's going to be unemployed.
But you have to ask yourself, why is your child uncoachable?
Because they're not getting that love and attention at home.
So it falls back on the parents.
It falls back on the parents.
They don't.
It's not the child. It's you. Look in the mirror and you change it. Be there.
Yes.
I coached. There's so many people who. I'm not talking about you. I'm talking to you because you're not thinking it's bad, but it's in a sense it's heading that way. People just drop their kids off, and their kids are already. You could tell not bad, but they like got a lot of energy. Their attention. But you're supposed to be disciplined. This is what, football and coaching do. We're there to teach your children, not just the game, but we're also teaching your child about life. You feel what I'm saying? Learning how to be around others. Learn to listen when somebody's not just giving you instructions, but giving you a tool so you can be successful. If that child's not going to listen, sitting around here beating all the kids, talking to the kids, and as soon as mom come on, she a house of disruption. I guarantee it is disruption at the house. But it falls back at home, and there's nothing wrong with that. But now, as he get older, he's getting content to it, and now he's in school. He's being around the ones that he think fits for him, and 9 out of 10, those are the ones that's about to drop out of school, hustling, skipping, meet us in the bathroom. You know what I'm saying? He's not hanging around or being around the ones that's gonna just let him prosper or let her prosper. It starts at home.
When we see this in our children, we need to correct ourselves because they're learning it from somebody. And, 9 times out of 10, when a child is acting out or doing something, it's the parent's fault.
Yep.
So you have to look at yourself, like when my children are either hitting, when they used to, got in trouble, did this, that, and the other. I was like, well, what the hell am I doing at home?
Exactly. And this is when, like me raising my children, when they go to somebody else's house, and then when the parents come to me and say, oh man, I love your son, I love your daughter, they're welcome to my home anytime. I love that. It's because you represented me well, and I gave you the proper tools on how to act when you're in somebody else's presence. Love that. Yes. Oh, I love your son. He can, man, that just, you don't know how much that melts when you're a parent.
Yes.
You feel what I'm saying? So, and I'm pretty sure it turns vice versa.
Yeah.
It is, it's priceless. I can't even understand it. So I just love that. Yeah. But that just comes, like you said, it comes from home.
Yeah. And that lets you know that you gave your child good home training.
Yeah.
And Tristan, he's funny. He'll tell you, Mama don't do rude. I damn sure don't.
No.
Because my we talk about our family a lot, but my Nana was very instrumental to me in learning stuff. Children, sayings, all kinds of stuff. And, she said, look, your child may not necessarily be the smartest one, but one thing that they can do is behave.
Yes.
They gonna behave.
Yes. I'd rather for my kids to act up at home than act up in somebody else's house.
You know what? If my child acts a fool in somebody's house, they already know they getting their ass broke off.
That's like getting at school.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when I get a phone call, when I see a phone call and I see my kids, and it's like, oh, Mr. Thurston. First thing I say is, Mr. Thurston, we're not calling because they're bad. We're just calling is because, oh, I love that. You feel them? You got a great child. I love that. Because, what I'm saying, they represent you. When I get a phone call from the school, and I tell them, if I get a phone call from the school, oh, you're in trouble. I don't like seeing that pop up. But it's what it is.
Yes. That's your guess.
Yeah.
So what we're going to do is we're going to take a break and we're going to come back with our guests.
You know what I mean? Bless Montana's in the building. We're going to talk some little issues and like life experiences, you know? You know what it is, man. One love. What? You know what time it is, man? Listen, we just took a little break. We have a in-studio guest, my man BTE's own Bless Montana in the building. What's going on, big bro?
Yes, sir. What's up, big brother?
Man, I'm just happy to be alive, man. I'm straight like 9:15. You know what I mean?
Praise God.
Well, thank you for coming in, man. You know, we just coming in because it's due time. Yeah. You know, we just talking about little current events up, in life. But we want people to know who Bless Montana is. You know, you've been following me and been on all my platforms, as an artist.
Yes, sir.
So they know you as the entertainer, Bless Montana. So now they want to get to know who's Bless Montana inside. So we just we just collaborating on some events that we in the world. So. Yeah, what's been going on with you? What you see in the world that you want to holler about? What issues you be having? You seeing?
Man, first off, I'm a big fan of the show, bro.
Appreciate it, man.
Thank you.
Stop by, got a new host with you. It's Dr. San, right?
Dr. San.
Nice to meet you, Dr. San.
Nice to meet
Bless
you.
Montana. But I think we could definitely speak on the youth. I'm out here. I'm a part of the youth, and I have children coming up in today's society. So I'm my message is like your message, bro. Just stay positive. You know what I'm saying? Like, and if you could do the right thing and get out the streets, that's what it's time for. 24, everybody, we on a positive note. We on a positive path. You know what I'm saying?
We were just talking about, it starts from when your kids are out here being undisciplined. It starts from the home. Yeah. Parents, you got to hold yourself accountable. We want to give our kids the things we didn't have. That's the number one thing we want to say. But are you doing what you're supposed to, giving them love, nourishment, you feel what I'm saying, and the proper tools to be successful outside the world? Because school is not giving you the proper tools.
No.
You're going to have to do that.
Yes.
And that's just, my opinion.
Yes.
How you feel about that?
No, you're correct. Learning always starts in the house.
Yes.
No matter what. Now, whether we are going to teach them the right or the wrong way is up to us. But they always learn from their parents. So their parents are always the foundation. So we have to be on our G as parents. We got to teach them the right stuff. We got to teach them how to stand on their own. We have to teach them certain skills. But it's hard when we don't have the skills because we wasn't taught. So it's going to be a gap right there. But as a parent or as an adult, if you know that you're lacking in something, you need to step the hell up and do what you need to do to get yourself solidified as a person to help the next generation. Yes. And we fall on that too much where we want to make excuses. Well, my mom did this to me. Okay, well, you 21, honey.
You're grown now.
You grown.
You're grown.
You accepting that, then that's on you. But, you need to make some choices and some decisions to counteract that if that is not conducive to your life, So.
Me, but, growing up in a single parent home, I give my children the things that I needed for me to be successful. Mm-hmm. I knew where I went. I knew where I veered off. I knew what was my issues. So what I did was, transform that and give it to my kids. And when I give it to them, not just give it to them, but explain to them why I'm doing this. Like before they get in trouble. Mm-hmm. If I spank them or punish them, do you know why I'm doing this? If you sit here and say no, I'm a boy or girl, I'm gonna whoop me your ass even harder. Mm-hmm. And it's the same thing when the police officer pull you over. When the police officer pull you over, he already knows why he's pulling you over. The first thing he say is what? Do you know why I'm pulling you over? And your answer is going to depend on either you might let you go or you feel what I'm saying, or things are going to occur.
Well, if I get pulled over by the police, I'm not admitting to anything.
Hey.
You're gonna have to tell me. Oh, really? What did I do, officer?
No, but you know the difference is with my children. You know what you did, and you know why you're about to get in trouble. You know why you're about to get the spanking.
Yeah.
Be accountable for what you did. That's why I said when you said, I don't know, you're not teaching your kid on to be accountable before you whoop them. Don't just whoop them because of what they did. I got whooping back in the days and don't know why I got whooped. Why they do that? But now explain. Do you know why you're about to get your ass whooped? Do you know why you're about to be on punishment? And if you say yes, why? Because I did it. All right. So you know you're teaching your child how to be accountable for what they just did, and it just falls on.
Yes,
it's just agree about.
I agree with you 100%, big bro. I think that the main thing I just pulled from that, what your listeners should pull from that, is accountability. You know what I mean?
Accountability.
We need that. We need that in the community. We need that in the household. Accountability. Sitting your kids down, sitting your family down. We're never too old to learn, you know, and to have a conversation about what we could do to have a better future moving forward.
Yeah.
And if we want our children to be better, we as parents have to do better. It's still not too late to teach your children. You know, I learn from my kids. I sit down. What that mean? What that lit mean? What this mean? You know, I want to learn. You know, I mean, not just that's garbage. Y'all talking like that. We used to talk. I'm not talking about used to. I want to learn now so I can be in your conversation and know the right things. Yep. Well, if you know what lit is, then you know back in the day we get fired up. It's the same shit. So guess what? I'm gonna talk to you in the middle. Well, when you get fired up, you're getting drunk. You're getting high, you're getting fucked up. You talk to them in neutral, so the word I'm going to say, you collaborate to them and make it make sense to them. Yeah. That's it.
Speaking the language.
You speak their language. What you talking? No, I want to learn. That's why I never been content on just knowing what I know. I always want to know so I can stay relevant. Yeah. And be something. Yeah. I can learn from a 16-year-old if I'm 99 years old. I want to. Some people don't. Because they don't want to. I do. Shoot. So if I see somebody young, I know how to talk to them. First, to get their attention on their language. Then they're gonna be like, where he know that from? Then you pull them in. Then I can speak to them on the OG level. But first, to get their attention, you got to get them on the level that they're used to, just to get their attention. We out here, youngin'. You shouldn't be. No, it's your approach. You can say anything to me, but it depends on how you say it to me. By my reaction. Yeah.
Right. And you know that I think that's what helped me and my oldest son have a better relationship was I had to start relating to him more instead of having him to relate to me. You know, and once that started happening, we have a great relationship now. Now, you know, I'll be doing something out of the blue. He'll send a I love you text, you know, and before we had a real strained relationship, you know, real strained, and especially those teenage years. Oh my God. It was a lot going on, you know. It was some bows, some elbows, some
cussing them out behind your head. Motherfucker, fuck them. I don't want to be here. You know how many times I call my aunties and my mom's words that boy if I said it?
Or, you know, yes, you know.
But that's some teenage years. We're not getting what we want.
Yeah, and, you know, now that he has experienced life more, and, you know, the main thing I always tell him is you understand why I made some of the decisions I made now. And he be like,
that's the main question. You know what? You see it? And I say what was taught to me. Well, I can't wait till y'all have kids. Because when you have kids, you're going to understand what I said and why I didn't be like, Daddy, you was right.
Yeah.
I had an incident. I wasn't going to bring this up because my kids would probably listen to it. So, like I said, I went out last night for a minute, came back in. Now, my daughter and her boyfriend was, you know, I love him. He can chill. I know he's there. He called Mr. Thurston. Can I come? Yeah. So my son is in there. So when I get there, and it's like 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, I get there. I see all three of them there. I'm chilling. Oh, I seen one of his friends, I call him my little white son. He come out the room. So what's up? All of a sudden, I seen a girl come out. You know what I'm saying? Like she was white and everything. So I said, what are they doing in my house at 1 o'clock? I didn't get no phone call let nobody know. Yeah, it's cool from there, but you ain't letting me know. And he had to, had to break it down to him because now I'm upset. Dad, listen, I don't care who's in your house. You embarrassed me and disrespected me because I don't want nobody in my house that I don't know unless I know that they're there. What if something would have happened, son, and the police would have came? And you got 2 white people and a grown man's kid, and they thinking, I don't know what my kids are doing. You don't understand the significance. Yeah, it's cool, but you did not let me know that there's somebody in my house. She's in the house with a bunch of black kids. You feel what I'm saying? That's one thing. But then again, ain't no telling what could have happened within the house, and y'all there by yourself. Then their parents like, "Man, you gonna sit here and let your kids do all this? My kids no discipline." But yes, I would have. If you'd have called and be like, "Yeah, can they come over?" Sure, because I know who's in my house. But I don't know in my house and what's going on. No. Said he knew I was mad. Came in my house and I cussed him out. You know they do. Come back and gave me a hug. I'm sorry, Dad. That's all I did. I just gave him the words. You gonna listen, bro. Let me show you what happened. You think ain't nothing wrong, but this what could have if it didn't go right. Then he thought about it. Gave me a big, I'm sorry, Dad. They about to go.
Accountability.
Accountability.
It always comes back to
some kids,
accountability.
The undisciplined kids would, when they cuss them out, would have started an argument because I'm disrespecting them in front of their friends. But this is my house.
Right.
You get out. But it was accountability to where they went in there. And when he came back with the two. Hi, Mr. Thurston. I'm sorry. Like I told her, it's not you. It's them. And I even talked to my white son. And you know better, didn't you? Yes, I did. My man. Now y'all go continue y'all night. I'm saying the voice. Continue, because I'm not going. I want to say what I want to say, but continue. I be like, you feel what I'm saying? But they held accountability for what they did. They did not start no bark, and that's when you know that you're doing good. Is forget what people say. Because people say lies is like totem poles. They go everywhere. But the truth always sits still. You're going to come back to the truth sooner or later. You're going to come back to that truth.
Well, that's why they say what's done in the dark comes to light.
Comes to the light. The truth is right here. I'm sitting right here.
So true.
You see, right here. We speak off experience. But for those who out there, man, it's like I said, you're doing a great job. Just don't we're not talking at you. We're just talking to you. I'm not perfect. I'm not clean. My iron still gets sharpened. You feel what I'm saying? I'm still learning tools because I'm still learning myself. I just do the best that I can and don't care what nobody else say. But if you have something to say, just debate it and tell me why you feel different on how I'm thinking so I can understand your views. My views might be different from you. There's certain things I do where people as parents might be like, he let his child do that? And this is, okay, so I ain't got to explain to you, but I explain why. But if you feel like something, you explain to me why. So I might have a better understanding.
Right.
I want to grow. I want to know something.
Right.
So it is what it is.
That's amazing, bro.
But how it is being a single parent?
I wouldn't say I'm a single parent. Me and my children's mother, we co-parent, but it gets difficult. Being young parents, you gotta learn as you go and just try to do better. Like I said earlier, I think to Dr. Sand's point, at some point you gotta realize that it's not on your parents anymore or what you went through. You gotta think about today. I gotta unlearn the things that no longer serve me.
Right.
So it's a lot of reevaluating in the relationships because that's still a relationship. Me and my children, me and my children's mother. It's still a relationship, and I think that's important for a relationship to have give and take and everybody to understand what they contribute into the relationship, whether it be good or bad. So me personally, I just try to always make sure that I'm doing my part and realizing that I gotta stay sharp and stay hip and be slow to speak and quick to listen so I can understand because I got girls, you know what I'm saying? So sometimes
how many girls?
It's difficult. 3.
You got 3.
You're a girl dad.
I'm 50-50. I'm 2 and 2, but 3 girls?
Yeah.
We gonna be a grandpa.
Yeah, for sure.
Coming from you. You're gonna be a grandpa. And you speak that to us. And that's
hopefully
no time soon.
Because I do got a teenager, and we go do it, we go do it.
That's the teenager. That's that teenager.
Sure.
That's that girl.
Yeah.
But you're gonna have that because you have to understand too that the kids are trying to find out who they are.
Correct.
Right.
And you
know
still
what I'm saying?
find out who you, because you're still
Absolutely.
The same way that you're finding out who you are as an adult, they're finding out who they are just as a teenager.
Right,
you know what I'm saying? So
right.
they have to try things, say things. What are my boundaries?
Bring them along with you.
Yeah.
Bring them along with you.
Right.
What are my boundaries? What are their boundaries? What are our boundaries together? So it's a lot of things that go on and move. But, as a parent, we have to learn to be flexible because we have to understand where they're coming from because we did the exact same shit.
Different, in a different way.
In a different way. Now, we could have been off the chain this way. We could have been,
we was off the chain, period. In some way.
Especially, definitely.
I mean, I know I was the kid where my mama told me to be home at 7 or 8 o'clock. I'm there at 7:30. But guess what? As soon as she fall asleep at 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, I'm sneaking back out with the drug dealers. You know what I'm saying? That's just real. I listened to what she said. Yeah. I'm home. But when you went to sleep, you never said I can go back out. So I snuck back out. I'm out there 1, 2 o'clock, go back home, and I go to school. But you never know I was out there one day until one day she caught me outside, and ooh-wee, she lit that block up.
And she should have. She should have.
She should have. And that's when she said, and guess what? And that's that next month, that's when she shipped my ass to North Carolina.
Yep. And she not dealing with that.
She didn't give me a second chance. Bye. Bye, boy. Yep. But what I was doing wrong? I was protected, but I was out there I was out there 2 o'clock in the morning to the block where everybody at. Yeah. Now, when she pulled up and I seen the car, oh shit, she told everybody else, my friends, y'all get your asses home to it. I was like, fuck. That next month, I ain't seen them boys that week. The 2 more weeks later, she sent me to North Carolina. I ain't seen them kids until I got finished high school.
She wasn't playing.
No, she wasn't playing.
Shout out to Mama Thirst, man.
Okay. All right.
Boy, she did.
But you knew what you needed because you could have ended up real bad. Real bad.
And those, no matter where you're from, in the cities back in the days, and I was in New York, in Boston. So those are big type cities back in the 80s. Drugs was having hard. I mean, I'm out here 11, 12, 13, chilling with guys 16, 17, running around with BMWs with the interior inside, rag top systems in the trunk. I'm on the block chilling with them, eating chicken, you know what I mean? Talking to the older girls. What you doing out here? I'm chilling with my cousin, I'm feeling grown. Yeah.
You
I
feeling
thought
grown.
I was living right.
You feeling grown, all right.
Exactly.
Yes.
But as I look, and as we're parents, and I look, because the most difficult thing was I didn't have no presence at home. You feel what I'm saying? Because my mom's, she had boyfriends because, my dad died. But they was doing what they doing, just want to stick with my mom. They wasn't being no male figures to me, teaching me how to be men. The kids outside I thought were, because they give me that attention. Yo, come on back at 8, I can pick you up. Yo, got these girls, man. I'll pay for, you know what I'm saying? They giving me the attention. But that's why I give my kids attention at home. When I see them at 16 and 17, what I was doing, where I was at 16 and 17, I look at them like, thank you, God. Thank you, God.
And that's how you know you have growth and that you are doing the right thing. Because, my son just turned 21 in November. He still hasn't drunk.
What? See, that's
he still hasn't drunk. He was like, I don't want to drink. Now, other things he'll do. And I told him, you're grown. You can do that. I can't. When he was 18, I was like, hey, all bets are off. You grown now. You do what you do. Just be mindful that you either going to the hospital or you going to jail now, though. It ain't no mom's coming to save you.
Facts. Right. Not holding your hand no more.
Yeah.
I can't hold your hand no more. Find out who you are.
And when I told him when he went to college, I can't see your grades no more. But you best believe if your GPA and you don't show me something, I'm not sending you no fucking money.
Facts. I do that with my grown kids now. They can tell you right now, they thinking, no, you're grown now. You're 27, you're 25. I'm not giving you money that, I'm giving you money that you need. You got to go out there and the stuff that you want, you go out there and get it. Find a way. My responsibility was different at 27 where you're at. My kids have no kids, but you're calling, you know what I mean? I'm still raising my 2 little kids and they costing now. So it's not that I don't have her. I'm being mean with you. I'm flossing. It's learn how to get your money. DoorDash, do extra stuff. I did extra stuff to make sure that we're good.
They don't know the hustle.
They don't know the hustle part.
That's because we've handed everything to them so much because it goes back to, I wanted them to have the things that I didn't have. Fuck that.
Go out there and get it.
My son, the one that I just told you about, he'll tell you, ever since he was 13, he bought his own shoes.
See? No, my kids.
Now, whether you had to earn the money, you flip shoes, that's how he learned how to.
Found a way to get what he wanted.
Yes. Because why? I had to do that.
Yes.
I couldn't depend on my parents. What? I had to go to the Navy to finish school because I knew I couldn't get the money from my parents. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't have that. Yes, I want to help him more. I want them to do more. But they need that grind and that hustle. And see, he now understands my grind and hustle because he's seen me do my things. Having a.
And you explain it to him as you go.
Yeah, I told him, hey, it's just like school. There's no reason why you can't go to school. I did it with 2 kids. I got my undergrad without y'all, but the other 2 was with both of y'all. Get your shit together.
And I don't give you I'm supplying you what you need. The things you want You have more than what I had. We only got shoes twice a year back growing up. You know when that was first day of school? That means them shoes or that shoe gotta last until Christmas. When Christmas comes, the next time you get a pair of shoes.
Yeah.
So I got from December all the way to September, I got to wear these shoes and wash them cool because I'm not getting a pair. You got these kids with 5, 6, 7 pair of shoes. And I ain't have all that.
I didn't.
Couldn't get that. I had to make sure because these got to last me. I'm learning responsibility, not just, you feel what I'm saying? And you're going to learn that too.
Yeah.
So you want these J's? I'm giving you shoes on Christmas.
Yeah.
And first day of school.
Yeah.
Might give you something on your birthday. But in between, you got to earn and get them shoes. I'm not buying no J's because daddies are ripped up or these are, no.
I've never bought my children a pair of Jordans, and I refused to.
I did the clearance rack.
No.
The ones that come out that's $300, no, get the ones that right there. If I'm buying them, I'm letting them know.
I've never bought my children a pair of Jordans. That's a personal thing, but
okay.
I have bought, KDs and this and that and LeBrons and this,
No J's?
but no J's. No J's.
Okay, nothing wrong with that.
But, he wanted J's. He had to find a way to get them. Now, you flipped some other shoes that I bought you? His thing was he wanted the KD Bad Apples that year. Oh, my gosh, he wanted those. He still wears them socks to this day. That shit cost me $235 between the socks and the shoes. And then all of a sudden, he was like, I can't fit them no more. You better do something. You better do something.
You better do something at $200.
You better cut them out or do something. So,
I got, before we go, I got a pair of these J's that cost like $200 something. I gave them to me.
Mm-hmm.
You know how long I had them shits? 4 years.
I know you
Bring them
do.
out every time. I'm gonna get that money out. Like I ain't gonna wear them every day to fuck them up and be like, But that's just it, man.
Yes.
So tell me how can they reach you?
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm on social
What's your
media. You know what I mean? You can find me on Instagram. One Bless Montana. That's the number one. Bless Montana. BLESS Montana. Everything spelled correctly. I'm on YouTube, TikTok also.
Yes, if you're doing major work. If you ever see him, he been with me, Piles Lounge. The greatest show on stage on.
Yeah, the greatest show on earth, baby.
The greatest show on earth. I'm gonna say on stage, but for me, it's been on stage. But he does, due diligence, man. I just appreciate you just coming time and just just talking, letting people know. We're gonna have plenty of times you'll come back and do a great interview. We just wanna get some fresh people. You know what I mean? Just rap on some new things in 2024 to get our lives better, so that our youth can be good. As we said earlier, an undisciplined child is going to be an unemployed adult when they get older. So we want to make sure that every inmate, or as we said, or inmate. We don't talk about that. But one thing I want to do is, I want to say to the world, take the taste of drugs and alcohol out of the mouths of our children and give them the hunger and the thirst for being great.
Yes.
Please do that.
Yes.
You feel what I'm saying? If you keep it real to them, because like I said, we're the dots. We got to make sure that Life Align is going to follow us. If you're going to make sure that Life Align follows these dots so we can be great, we got to make sure we're setting a great example.
Yes. Until
next week, you want to give anybody a shout out before we leave?
I want to shout out everybody.
Hey, everybody. She loves y'all.
I do. I want to shout out everybody. Keep grinding, keep going, keep moving, keep growing, keep loving, keep everything except hating. Quit hating. Hate. Stop hating.
That's hard work, man.
It's hard work.
Yeah,
it's discipline though, but
man.
Shout out.
Yeah, shout out to the family, man. Shout out to the whole family. Shout out to my mom. My kids, everybody that's watching. Damn the Cat podcast.
Yes.
Appreciate it, champ.
You know what I'm saying? For sure. Appreciate y'all for letting me stop by.
Oh, you already know, man. You just come by. You see, we just don't do interviews. You can stop by your thoughts. I want to stop and just talk. Come holler at us, man. Like I said, we got great topics, great points. You see you next week. Same time, same place, different topic. Damn the Cat podcast. What up? What?